Fallout 4 is not a bad game by any means, but it wasn't the follow-up to Fallout 3 many fans were hoping for. And there were more than a few parts of the game where Bethesda sort of dropped the ball. So, here are 5 missed opportunities in Fallout 4. Number 5. Shaun. Fallout is supposed to be an RPG where the player makes the choices. Your actions impact you and the world around you. After killing Kellogg and reliving his memories, you discover that Shaun is in the Institute, and it's a daunting task to try and get in. Once you do, you take an elevator ride into the heart of the Institute. You see a child, seemingly locked away. You assume that it's Shaun. The game purposely doesn't tell you how long it was between when Shaun was taken and when you wake up in Vault 111. So you assume that the child is Shaun. And the NPC itself is also named Shaun. As you talk to the child, the Institute leader arrives, calling himself Father. Imagine if you had the option to kill Father, take Shaun, and escape to the surface, only to discover that you had actually killed your son and took a synth copy of him. It had been a hell of a twist. Number 4. The High Honey Holotape. When you leave for Vault 111, you leave Codsworth behind to die in a nuclear holocaust. Upon leaving the vault and returning to your neighborhood, you discover he survived. Soon after finding him alive, he gives you a holotape that your spouse made. This is done after you watch your spouse die, spoilers, and is likely done to make the player feel emotionally involved in the game, since you only had a few minutes to spend with your husband or wife before the world ends. The message itself is mostly the same regardless of whether you play as a male or female character, and is just your spouse telling you how much they loved you and how great you are. The missed opportunity is that you can't tell Shaun about the tape in any way. You can't say, by the way, Dad recorded this message before the world fucked itself. Wanna hear it? Nope. It would have been a great and easy way to make you feel more connected to Shaun, which would have helped make the decision of who to side with all the more difficult. Number 3. The Gunners. So you've got the Minutemen, right? The good old boys who fight for the rights of every man. Brother! You can side with them and help out the various settlements across the Commonwealth. Sure, sounds great. Being the good guy can be fun, but what about being the bad guy? What if you got to be the guy raiding the settlements for supplies? What if you rose within the ranks of the Gunners and became the best mercenary they had to offer? You can find out that after the Minutemen's slaughter in Quincy, some of them defected to the Gunners. There are even Gunners located not far from Diamond City. Imagine leading a charge against the city and taking it over. It would be perfect. Number 2. The Combat Zone. Throughout Fallout 4, you'll hear NPCs and various companions talk about how dangerous the Combat Zone is. Upon hearing about it, you'll likely expect that it's an arena, which it is. You'll also probably expect to be able to get into fights for caps and such, similar to the arena found in the fort in Fallout New Vegas. Maybe there will be quests to recruit the best fighters across the Commonwealth. Maybe you can bet on fights to make some caps like the casinos in New Vegas. Nope. As soon as the raiders inside find you, they try to kill you. You kill them, talk to a ghoul in a suit, and have the option of taking Kate, who was fighting in the cage, as a companion. That's it. It's just another location. It's similar to the East City Downs, which you might be more familiar with if I call it the Robot Racetrack. There's a racetrack in Fallout 4 where robots race. Sweet, maybe you could bet on them. Again, that's a big fat no. You can turn the robots against the triggermen that are in the arena, shut them down, or make them blow up. That's it. Number 1. The Memory Den. This should have been obvious. Before you find out where your son is, you kill Kellogg and take part of his brain to the Memory Den, a quaint little business located in Good Neighbor. You sit in a lounger and relive one of your memories. It goes well, relatively speaking. So you relive some of Kellogg's memories. The process is sort of like the virtual reality found in Vault 112. After the 2 quests are over, you can't relive any more memories. You can sit in the chairs, but nothing happens aside from the words "Stand by" appearing on screen. This is perhaps Bethesda's biggest blunder of Fallout 4. It's almost stupid how much sense this would have made to have it have been a hub for accessing DLCs. Why not be able to encounter another Institute employee, take part of his brain, and experience the Commonwealth as the Institute gained power after Shaun was taken? How about finding a vault that had detailed records of something that let you relive one of the wars that sparked the Great War? What if you somehow came across a brain chip from Russia or China or Great Britain that let you see post-war life in another country? The possibilities could have been endless. But instead of that, we got fancy lights, cages for deathclaws, and a build-your-own robot kit. I hate to say it, but Bethesda, you fucked up big time here. Alright, that's going to do it for this top 5 video about the 5 missed opportunities in Fallout 4. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything, leave a like. Leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video or didn't learn anything. Follow me on Twitter at Mitten Squad. My name is Paul of Mitten Squad. Have a wonderful day.